welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome to my channel. My name's Olivia, and today's video is in a car, because we had some running to do, and I wouldn't have time to film otherwise, but I'm not going to have time to film tomorrow, because I have a lot of stuff to do, so, on top of school and all that stuff, obviously. But today's video is a story time. Hang on, I'm going to put you guys up here, so give me like 2 seconds. That works. So, we are in the car, but today's video is a story time, because, sorry about the steering wheel being in my way, can't really help that. I'm in a car, like I said, because we are at the laundromat right now, because my wash is all messed up. So, today's story is a story that happened to me yesterday, and it was super duper scary. Like, I was freaking out. It was creepy, and it was just something that it was like thinking in the worst possible case scenario, preparing myself for the worst possible case scenario, if that makes sense. So yesterday, me and my mom and my dad all wanted to go get lunch at a local, like, diner restaurant type thing that is in our city. So we went here, and because I remembered that it is my favorite soup is the soup of the day this day. So we decided to go to this place because the soup of the day, and my parents were like, "You're gonna run in." So I didn't think of anything of it. I called our place in order because we didn't want to eat in. We just wanted to take it to go home and play some games, watch a movie, do some stuff. And so I run in and I get our food. And as I'm waiting. At this restaurant, there are 2 sides. It's like a triangle, if that makes sense. And like one side is for people who have eaten in and are paying for their meal after they eat, and then the other side's for pickup and like to place orders and stuff for carry out. So I'm waiting for my order, and this random dude comes up to me, and I'm texting at the time, so I'm looking at my phone, and he was like, "Bet you do that while you're driving too." So he just randomly starts talking to me, and I just ignore him, and he was like, "Yeah, all people text and drive, a lot of people do." And I was like, just continuing to stare at my phone. And at this point, he is looking over my shoulder. Like, no joke, he's just like staring at me and my phone, watching me text. So I'm texting my friend Cody, and I'm just looking at my phone, and he's like, "I have a lot of jeans like that in my drawers in my home." And I was like, just continuing to text. I stayed silent this entire time because I was terrified of this guy. And it was like, what I tell girls every time I see them wearing ripped jeans is the holes are in the wrong spots. So at this point, I'm really, really scared. I'm like just standing there, and he was like, "I lost my number. Can I get yours?" And like, mind you, he's like a 60-year-old man. Like, he's creeping me out. And he keeps saying it. He keeps just randomly talking to me, randomly asking, like, "I lost my number, can I get yours? Those holes in your jeans are in the wrong spots." All this random stuff. And you can tell the employees are getting uncomfortable too. Because they're like watching their backs. Like, you can tell that everybody around us is uncomfortable. And I was so scared. Because, like, if you see a random man come up to you, I'm 14 years old. He's like 60. He could be trying to kidnap me. He could be trying to rape me. He could be trying to murder me. I don't really know. So he pays for his meal, and he walks out with no food. And he's on the side with the, like, pickup and takeout and all that stuff. So he pays the lady, but he gives nothing. Like, he doesn't leave with anything. So I don't understand. I'm freaking out. As soon as he walks out, I text my dad. I text my mom, not my dad. There's this creepy man, and she was like, "What? Where?" And I was like, right, he just walked out, and she sent my dad in. Because, like, I didn't want to walk out alone, because what if he was waiting at the door just to grab me? Like, I was terrified. I was scared that he was at the door, like, waiting to just, like, kidnap me. I was terrified. My dad came in and was like, who is it? And I was like, he left now, but it was like, I didn't want to text them while he was standing there, because he was looking over my shoulder at my phone and at what I was doing, just staring over my shoulder. And I was like, excuse me, no. I was just like, I didn't say that, obviously, because I didn't know if he was, like, gonna kidnap me or something. I was terrified. So my dad walks out with me, because I didn't want to walk out alone. I was waiting for the man to leave so I could text my dad to have him come in and walk out with me, because I was scared. And I continued to text Cody, and he's like, what happened? Like, what happened? And I was, like, trying to explain the situation to him, and he was like, you're okay now, like, don't worry, like, you're okay, you're fine. And I was like, that is like one of the scariest things that has ever happened to me. Like, I was so freaking scared. I was just, like, sitting there, like, I stood there silently for, like, 10 minutes while he was talking to me and, like, looking over my shoulder, like, staring at me, making remarks about my jeans, just saying the most random stuff. And I've never seen this guy before in my entire life. Ever. And I've been going to this restaurant since, like, since before I can even remember. I used to go to this restaurant because it's, like, a family favorite. We've been going here for so long. My parents have been going there since they were my age. Like, that's how long this restaurant's been around. Like, it's been in the same spot for so long, and I've been there so many times, and nothing like this has ever happened before. And the employee was just, like, staring at him, like, and I was just, like, staring at my phone, pretending like I was not trying to be freaked out. Like, I wasn't trying to show that I was freaked out, if that makes sense. Like, I was just trying to, like, act cool. But I didn't want to text my parents, obviously, because if he was standing there, he could snatch my phone away from me and delete the message or something. Like, you don't know what he could have done, if that makes sense. Like, you don't know if he was planning on kidnapping me, or what he was planning on doing. Because I'm clearly not old enough to drive. I mean, look at me. I don't look older than 15. And you can't drive, at least in Ohio, you can't drive till you're 16, but you can get your learner's permit at 15 and a half. So, you can't drive till you're 16. And I'm only 14. So, I was really scared. I tweeted about it. A lot of you guys were like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're okay. And I'm really happy that so many people, like, I'm so happy so many people cared about me. And people were trying to calm me down, because I was sitting in the car shaking, because I was so scared about what he was gonna do. Like, I didn't know if he was following me. I mean, he walked out like 2 minutes before me. So he could have been standing at the door. He could have been, like, waiting in his car for us to pull out to follow us. Like, I didn't know. Because, like, when you're in that situation, you never know what the person is planning on doing, like, what his intentions are. So, that's my story. I know it probably doesn't seem too scary, but for me, it was so scary. Hang on a second. So, I was scared. It was a very scary experience. And I know it probably doesn't seem scary, but it really was. Comment down below if you've ever had a situation like this, or like if you ever had a situation like this, or like you've ever been, like, if you ever know somebody who's been in a situation like this. But comment down below. Be sure to subscribe, because I really want you guys to subscribe. I'm trying to come up with a name for my subscribers, like most YouTubers do. but like I haven't thought of anything yet. I'm working on it. My video schedule is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to hit the notification bar, that way you never miss a video. And be sure to comment down below, like this video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'm going to start doing shoutouts in my videos starting today. So the first shoutout is, let's see here. I'm using my phone to film, so I have to think of who to shout out. Go follow Olivia Cara on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to her. I'll put all of her like social media handles down below. So yeah. I'm just copying. Yeah, so see you guys next video.